Okay, real talk. Do you hate typing on your phone as much as I do? It's torture. Tiny keyboard. Autocorrect that's actively trying to ruin your life. Especially because I need to type in English and Portuguese. Both use Latin alphabet, so I can start typing in English, but autocorrect will try to correct words in Portuguese, and vice versa. Plus, my thumbs feel like sausages. And yet, I often need to send dozens of messages, emails, and notes from my phone every single day. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this. But here is what I found recently. There is this AI that lets you speak naturally to your phone, and it writes better than you type. And I've been using it for the past 3 weeks on my Android phone. This might actually change how you use your phone. So this app is called Typeless, and it works on both iPhone and Android. I partnered with them to show you how far voice typing has gone. After installing the app, the first thing you need to do is switch your keyboard to Typeless. By the way, you can switch back to your phone keyboard if you need to. For example, I can send a quick message to my husband on WhatsApp. Hey, I'm going home soon. I think we need some bread for tomorrow. Right. We also need yogurts. Did you notice the difference? It removed my doubts, and my pauses, and it organizes the message as a list. It's not just speech to text. It's like having an editor living in your phone. Alright, feature number 1, and this is the one that hooked me immediately. When you talk naturally, it cleans up everything automatically. Let me text my friend about our dinner plans. Hey, I was thinking, let me rethink this. How about we do lunch on a Friday instead of Saturday? Yeah, Friday works better for me. Maybe that new Italian place downtown. See what it did? It removed it caught when I changed my mind mid-sentence, it deleted so I was thinking. It kept only the important stuff. And this is huge because you can literally just think out loud. You don't have to pre-script what you're saying. You talk like a normal human, and it translates that into clean text. And it works in every app. Facebook messages, WhatsApp, Slack, email, Notion, Instagram DMs. I even use it when I need to reply to comments on my YouTube channel. I used to be stuck at home in the first hour when my videos go live because it's the critical time to reply to your questions and comments. And I used to hate to do it on my phone. Well, not anymore. Now I can go out right after posting the video and still give you timely replies without typing on my phone. See here, first I need to choose to dictate. You can also translate here, but I'll show this to you a little bit later in the video. So I will answer. Thank you for watching and for your kind feedback. Here we go. My comment is sent back. Literally anywhere you needed to type, you can speak instead. Okay, now here's where it gets really powerful. Writing emails on your phone. Normally, I really don't look forward to it. But I often need to reply fast because I have tight schedules and deadlines with my videos to go live. So watch this. I'm gonna write a full professional email. No editing, no corrections, just me talking to my phone. Hi Marcus. Thanks for reaching out about the collaboration opportunity. I would definitely be interested in discussing this further. And I took a look at the brief you sent over, and I think there is some really strong alignment with my audience, especially around the productivity and tech content you mentioned. But a few quick thoughts. First, I love the creative direction you outlined. Second, I would want to make sure that we have enough time for revisions, since my schedule is pretty packed in March. And third, let's hop on a quick call next week to iron out the details. Okay, does Tuesday afternoon work for you? Looking forward to working together. Best, Anastasia. Now look at this email. Perfect paragraphs, proper spacing, professional tone, clear structure. I didn't say new paragraph or period or comma or make this a list, but it knew that this was an email where my suggestions should be separated and how to format it professionally, and it kept my natural tone and style. This is what I mean when I say it's not just dictation. If you ever tried dictation in other tools, they cannot handle longer emails like this one, over about 1 minute long. So yeah, typeless has a really impressive performance on these longer texts. It's understanding the context and the intent. And on mobile, this is a game changer because typing long emails on your phone is actual torture. Now I can write full emails, walking to my car, on the subway, anywhere. Alright, feature 3 is honestly one of my favorites. The problem is when you want to respond to messages, but you are in a quiet place and you cannot just start talking on your full volume. About an hour ago, I needed to send a message from a coffee shop, so I literally whispered this message to my husband. Hey, I'm at the coffee shop right now, but I wanted to let you know the meeting is confirmed for 3 p.m. I will send the agenda in a few minutes. It still worked. So you can whisper, like you barely speak, and it picks up everything accurately. This means you can use this in coffee shops, in libraries, in your office cubicle, on public transportation, during your lunch break at work, basically anywhere where you couldn't normally use your voice for typing. This is where you can use typeless. And nobody around you even knows that you are dictating. They just think that you are weirdly close to your phone. And it works on both iPhone and Android, so no matter what phone you have, you're covered. What I do with typeless now in seconds would take me minutes, and it would accumulate in hours of typing with my thumbs on a phone over the weeks. But more than the time savings, the quality is also better. Because when you speak, you think in full sentences. You don't abbreviate, you don't skip words because typing is annoying. Your communication actually improves. And on mobile, where typing is the most difficult, this is genuinely life-changing. Okay, last feature, and this one is super personal to me. So my husband is Portuguese and we live in Portugal. And so I've learned to speak Portuguese pretty well over the years, but here's the problem. Spelling Portuguese words is still a nightmare. And typing on a tiny phone keyboard in a language that's not your first language, it's even worse. And autocorrect. Well, my phone is constantly confused because I'm texting in both English and Portuguese. It tries to autocorrect Portuguese words into English gibberish, and it makes things even worse. So I started using the translation feature in typeless. And it's honestly been a game changer for my relationship. I'm serious. Let me show you. I need to text my husband about dinner tonight, but instead of struggling to type in Portuguese, watch this. I'm going to speak in English, but I will choose to translate this option to translate into Portuguese automatically. Hey, what do you want for lunch today? I can make that soup that you liked, or we could order something. I'm pretty hungry already, and so let me know what sounds good. I know that most of people watching this video cannot check the quality of this translation, but if someone is watching and speaks Portuguese, you can confirm it in the comments below this video. I think it's translated and it's spelled perfectly into Portuguese. And I didn't have to switch keyboards. I didn't struggle with spelling and with Portuguese accents above some of the characters. I didn't fight with autocorrect, and I didn't need to use Google Translate and copy-paste from there. I just spoke in English, the language that I'm most comfortable with, and it gave me perfect Portuguese. It understands that on my phone, I use Portuguese. That's why it offered translation in this language, but this actually works for any language. English to Spanish, Spanish to French, Japanese to English, literally any combination you need. And this is huge if you have family who speaks another language, if you work with international clients, or maybe you live in a foreign country, or if you are learning a new language, if you travel frequently, or maybe you just want to communicate better across languages. Now look, I get it. Voice dictation might sound like something that you've already seen on your computer or maybe on your phone in some other apps, but typeless isn't just dictation. When I started using typeless, it was actually the first time when using my voice on the phone actually felt better than typing. It works on iPhone and Android, as I mentioned, but you can also use it on your computer, by the way. So I'll drop the link to typeless in the description below. They have a free trial, so you should test it yourself. Just try it for one day. Send your texts by speaking. Write one email by speaking, and I promise you will not want to go back to typing on that tiny keyboard. If this was helpful, hit subscribe. I'm testing productivity and AI tools every week. Also, drop me a comment if you tried typeless. I want to hear what you think. Now, before you leave this page, check out my other video about the important AI skills that you might want to learn today. I will link it up there for you, and I'll see you in that next one.